Alright. Got another one from the main Discord, Monster Train Discord here. This one's going to be melting with Stygian. So, I think, yeah, it looks like the same player. Similar score too, so probably, I think 28k usually implies it's dying near Seraph. Herzl Horde, so nothing to help with the start, but Rector doesn't necessarily hurt at the start, so that's fine. And then, you know, hopefully we can just get some good deployment action going on. Alright, Savagery, Hard-Headed, Damage Shield. Savagery's the only scary boss here. Cold Kalia is okay. If we get Dark Calling, it also is like pretty good. Dripfall's a great starting card. Energy Siphon's not. But most of Stygian cards are just horrible starters, to be honest. Almost all of them. Darn. Okay, this one's already off to a rough start, kinda, because we have nothing for Burnout Rector, so we kinda have to go Harvest Rector, and that's the worst version of Rector, is basically that you don't get offered Dark Calling at the start, and you are forced into Harvest with like 0 Harvest synergy. Like I said, I think those are the paths that need help, but so we'll see here. Oh, as frustrating as it is, I think we gotta go with the Capricious here. We gotta get some value. This is probably better if we don't think we're gonna hit many Merchant of Magic, so you know, we can plan on hitting the Steel, that's fine. Stygian banners are probably better than Remnant banners on average. We probably want to hit the arms since we're Herzl Horde, but that's not guaranteed. It's okay to skip this magic. It's not like it's paired with an Empyrean Well or anything. This one is, but this is just a really good node that will almost certainly hit. But this will be fine. We can hit here with the Celestial Alcove, which further makes us want to hit the arms because we want the Pyro Remains if we're skipping this Pyro Remains. This Merchant of Steel also has some Pyro Remains and an Empyrean Well. A lot of Merchant of Steels are getting hit, it looks like, which makes the Capricious even a little, I don't know. It hurts the units a lot of the time, but I think we got to do it. We're Herzl Horde, so we can afford to have some non-ideal units and just fill the floors with them. Alright, so we'll just set up bottom here, since it's Sap Boss and it's Scourgers. And we want to get the Harvest from Cold Kalia here for the Rector. Alright, we'll put that in front. We want this to die, so I don't think I'll drip fall this or anything. Yeah, I can't kill that either. We really do want that to die. I could do that, I guess. It's kind of weird, but could have also brought it down to the bottom, but I wanted to keep getting extra harvests here. Yeah, let's do that. We want to get that collector for sure. Alright, dead. Nice. No damage taken. Got the collector, got the trowel. Can't ask for much more than that. Vetivery with a oh my god, large stone on both of these. I mean, you gotta take the Capricious, right? But then this shit happens. I guess we can take the Vetivery. Has some synergy with our Harvest Rector. Yeah, it's okay. Leaning toward Flash Freeze, I guess. These really didn't add much to the deck. I mean, on the one hand, if we have Cold Kalia, if we're using Cold Kalia, which it's likely we will, I don't know. It really depends on what we get in this deck, I guess, but you know, to some degree, this is redundant, especially if we like get a quick on her, either through Merchant of Steel upgrades or through a quick dagger. Still though, it's 23 damage since it's Surge Stun, so it could do some okay damage to early tanks. Crit Builder might just be better. Sucks it has Calcified Ember. I guess we'll take Crit Builder. I think we're just worried more about tanks with this combo. So yeah, I think we go to the right. We don't really have anything for the Merchant of Magic. Titanite, there's a quick, we probably put that on Cold Kalia. And then it's Burnout and Strength Stone. Could also take Siliphyte. That might give me more direction than Cold Kalia. Has synergy with the Grip Builder. And I can still just add Quick to it. And it has health already on it. Relentless could be tougher, because then I really have to hit Crit Builder. Other option is I can take Siren of the Sea, but we don't have that many spells. May not end up with many. And it has a pretty bad upgrade. It sucks that both of them just don't really come with that useful of upgrades here. Like Siliphyte, they added health too, so it's like this health is not needed. We would have actually rather had attack here. And they, you know, that health is irrelevant into the fight that we would care about. But I suppose we'll take it. It's technically giving us some more direction than the other thing. I mean, the other thing I could do is just say screw it to Harvest Rector, give this Titanite, and then still put the Quick on Cold Kalia. I can afford to do that. That's also an option. I don't know, that's Titanite's not that needed when I have the Harvest Rector, I think, but we'll just stick with this. And I could Titanite something, but I don't think so. I think I want to hold all of this gold going to this Merchant of Arms. Just get rid of that, I think. Nice, got lucky there. $27, 12, and 12. It should die. think we could do this. Perfect. Actually, didn't have to take that one damage, but whatever. I didn't see the play till later. Molded, cost reduced drip fall, or hallowed drippings. Okay, unlikely for that hallowed drippings to be good, but it is spell chained. I mean, there is some iffiness to this Merchant of Arms because I don't have great direction at the moment. You know, Silphite is needing to probably have more than Crit Builder to fully work, but I think I like the permafrosted molded, I suppose. I just don't. It again, though, it's not necessarily giving me direction, it's just giving me a little extra value, but I don't know, maybe the dripping gives me more direction? Dripfall probably gives me the most value, but Hollow Drippings does open up a remnant line, but I just don't see the remnant line right now. Without a Wicklash, it's hard, because it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, now there's no giraffe, we only have the dregs. Sure, even if I get the ideal unit for Hallowed Drippings, which would be a Paraffin Enforcer, I still have to find a way to put Burnout on it. I guess the Merchant of Steels would be the way to do that, but it just sucks to use an upgrade on that. Could take this. We definitely don't want Spell Chain on this, but I just need like a somewhat heavy hitting spell right now to make use of my Silphite. Iron Tongue. It's weird, but like I might use it and like actually just use it on the Silphite. I mean, it's like just gives some extra damage. I mean, either way, for $40, you should always take this pretty much, even if you already have sweepers, I feel. I don't know if Echo Vault has much utility here. Memorial for the Melted. This would be a situation where it could be okay. It could be a bad answer to Savagery. Basically, the idea would be that since I am quick, I can just have the Silphite down there, and it'll get its attack and effect off, and then if it dies, whatever. So, but I don't know. I still don't love it. I think I'll buy this and visit the Merchant, or the Celestial Alcove. Ooh. I am open to that. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, the Merchant of Steels just became better. And my Silphite can get an extra upgrade now. Lost Luggage. I think that was a fair trade. Alright, not hating that. I think we got enough gold that we just re-roll this, unless we really think the Echo Vault is going to be okay. I mean, honestly, the Echo Vault would go like above the Silphite floor, and then either the Crystallis or Crit Builder can be played. I mean, the Crit Builder could be played, and that would be pretty good. I think we'll re-roll it now. Damn. Well, maybe I can set up the weapons cache. Pretty hard for me to hit Merchant of Arms, though, from here on out. Even the armories are kind of hard to hit. I mean, I guess I could hit this armory. Yeah, the armories are even hard to hit. It's like the weapon cache, again, just, I don't know. I don't know how good our Herzl Horde's going to be here. I can certainly get the Zone of Silence, though. That's obviously going to help a bit. Alright, let me think about this. I mean, the Merchant Trinkets isn't that good. Like, I can probably hit this Merchant of Magic Ring 4, and then I at least hit the Armory, but the Armory is not even guaranteed to give me a weapon. Certainly probably don't want to skip on the Vortex and Empyrean Well, so that Armory is definitely not getting hit. And even here, I'm like, skipping the Steel when I already have this, and another Empyrean Well. I just don't think I can hit that Arms. The final Arms maybe could get hit, but I don't know. I just don't think Weapons Cache is going to be good, so we'll just do this. Might as well deploy it. I don't know, maybe I deploy the Iron Tongue is better. It's probably better. That was pretty bad. I don't know. Iron Tongue would have been better had I not, had sweepers. For this setup, we'll go with these. I think I can just do this. It's not like his attack will go significantly above 30 with his 1 attack harvest. So I'll still just have her, and then he'll have that. This pushback as well, but 30 attack should be enough to get it done. I don't think we care about the Zone of Silence. I think I could do this, actually. I'm okay with that. It limits some of my harvests, but this is just like for Relentless, basically, I think. I gotta do that too, I don't know. If I do that, it does waste this spell weakness, but I think that's fine. Could do this if I don't want to waste the spell weakness. Let's do that. Alright, we can hopefully finish this guy off with, I feel like I can just bring this guy down. It doesn't change anything, right? After I play everything, of course. Maybe it's better that I just bring this down, though. It's quite a bit of extra damage. Alright, Ice and Pyre certainly works. I think Deep Offering is pretty bad now. Though it does have some synergy with the Crypt Builder, but not enough for me to care. I think we just take the Ice and Pyre. So we can certainly overstack a floor. Maybe Siren of the Sea at this point starts to make sense. Is it fast enough? If I already have Harvest Rector on that floor, I'm tempted just to take the Wickless Tycoon here because I can drip fall it onto the floor eventually. Like, I don't think we care too much about Vetivery being replayed on the floor or dregs or something. So, like, overstacking the floor seems fine, but yeah. I think we're taking a draw upgrade as well. I don't know, I got the Lost Luggage, which makes it a little worse to do so, but also the Ember upgrade doesn't have the normal benefit since we already have plenty of Deployment Ember. Then Pip just seems like a waste since I can't really fill all the floors reliably. So it's like, and then I can overstack the bottom floor just fine. I think it is just draw. With Tycoon, I guess. I think I can get it done with still a fight, especially if I can get a Multistrike eventually here. So are we going left or right? Holdover Crypt Builder would be nice. Or holdover Ice and Pyre would be better. Holdover Spell Chain Ice and Pyre would be pretty nice. But, I don't know. This is wasted. This is likely wasted. I think we just go to the right. There's more value. We'll have a magic later we can hit. Alright, Flicker's Liquor. That's really good. Makes it better that we took the draw upgrade. Then Casing, maybe. Take a look here. Okay. We could get an additional melee or a spell weakness. Usually I take this for the melee weakness, but in this case I'd be taking it for the spell weakness. The thing that sucks though is it would take up an upgrade slot. So I'm not huge on that. But I don't know, it seems pretty good. The other option is I could do this. Which would make Relentless taken care of for sure. And I could put it on Cold Kalia. My thought is, like, I could just do this and start... I could dupe Seal a Fight. I almost wonder if this would be better, though. Dominating Power, because at that point, what's the math? It's... Then I'm at 23. 46. I'm still 4 damage short of being able to cleanly deal with the 50 health sweepers. So if I only had like 4 more attack. See, now Capricious is looking better, because then I could have just took that other artifact and I would have that extra attack that I need, because then I could just do this. Wait. Yeah, so 10, yeah, 23, be 46. I mean, I guess I could get 3 of the units, but it seems like a waste to not send one of these hell vents to like the Ice Empire or Crypt Builder. I don't know. Random friendly units pretty bad here. I mean, this helps with Relentless as well. I think we just take this. Put it, I guess, here. It's kind of weird, but whatever. So am I going to hit enough magics for that to make sense? We know we're hitting that one. And then the... yeah, it's like magic, magic, magic. That's 3 of them. I think we take it. I can do some stuff with that. I don't think this deck flexing Dark Calling would make a whole lot of sense. I think we just go full harvest. Let me think though. Yeah, I just don't see how Dark Calling makes sense here. It's not something I'm usually picking up halfway through a run. It can happen, but it's like you need it early to give you the direction, which we just don't have in that scenario, right? Mark of Invasion, I can put like Wickless Tycoon up top with the Iron Tongue. I think that's okay. And then we'll still do this. I don't know. This was like potentially a little messy, but whatever. Probably could have got more money had I just... My problem was I need to drip full Colcalia down. If I could do it over again, I don't know, maybe I would have just put Iron Tongue on the Steward and then put Tycoon and Colcalia together here. I don't know. Doesn't matter that much, I suppose. Yeah, we could do this. We've top decked Dripfall. I think we should take advantage of that. So we'll put that there. And then I can get more harvests up here, even though it will hurt the Tycoon. I do want that gold. I'll just have these die. That works. Collector could still spawn, so like I am hesitant to play this. I don't think I gain much from it at the moment. It's more of a late game card anyway. So, it's fine. We probably want to maybe... well, I got fucked there anyway. We can just bring this down. I think that's fine. Give ourselves another harvest. I'd rather let this come up here and... you know, potentially, if I put it at 33, it should harvest up there, so that's fine. Yeah, I should have put the Vetiver, whatever. So we'll get 10 more gold up there. I should let that come up as well. 30 kills. He's still alive, so that's good. He will be close to dead. Sap is pretty brutal. I think I want to hold this because I want to redraw Crypt Builder. So let's go here. Just get this as well so that we don't redraw it. Six, 6, 9. Perfectly calculated. Alright, there's Crypt Builder. That ought to do it. Probably should have put the Wickless Tycoon down first. I missed out on 10 gold. I don't think I have enough friendlies dying for Fatal Melting. And Memorial Melted, I just don't see any use for it. Wicked Blaze, I also just don't see any use. I mean, if I'm not playing the Molded, I certainly shouldn't take that. I've not relevantly played Molded yet. And I probably never will. We could take an Unnamed Tome. Ice Storm could be okay as well, just put +10 on it 3 times. But that means I can't put +10 on my Crypt Builder and Ice Empire, which already want it. I guess I could Surge Stone the Ice Storm bunch. And the Unnamed Tome, I don't know, it also has a little bit of redundancy with the Silence Room, but it's just, this is better because it can hit bosses, plus it doesn't cost 3. Granted, the 3 cost isn't so bad because we do have Flicker's Liquor, but yeah, I'll take this. Alright, Intrinsic. I think I like the Intrinsic Dripfall. That takes care of the first sweeper to some degree. So we'll do that. I could also Spell Chain it. I don't mind Surge Chaining this, I suppose. Though I suppose this is just as maybe better. It's too bad I can't Surge Stone it as well now. I'm really annoyed that you can't do that. But, you know, it is what it is. I wonder if I Surge Stone it first, could I have done the -2? I don't actually know the answer to that. Surge Stone one of these. I don't want to Surge Stone Crypt Builder. Or Ice Empire. Guess I could remove the Consume. I could remove the Consume here. I don't know that it's worth it. Double stack and Spell Chain. Why did I think I already had a Spell Chain there? But I guess I got one anyway. For some reason I think I had an Intrinsic and Spell Chain, but it's Consume Remove. I think it's okay on the Dripfall. Then I can use it on the enemy and my own unit. Turn 1. Just to get things set up. Or on two enemies or something. I don't want to double stack it because I am going to use it on my own units enough that double stack probably doesn't make sense. Even the Unnamed Tome, it's not like that good to double stack it, I feel. So we can just save this money. I'll put the +10 here for now, just since the Crypt Builder is a little more versatile. And I'll just make that 0. We're better off 0 costing things rather than making like a 2 to a 1 since we have Flicker's Liquor. We just want to reduce the amount of things that it can hit. I think right now I lean toward the Crypt Builder for our dupe, but yeah, I guess we're not hitting any more caverns, so I could probably just do the unit just the same. There's nothing more I'd be able to put on the Siliphyte, so I could just dupe this Siliphyte if we think another one is useful, and I definitely think it is. I mean, that's a pretty good unit. Yeah, we'll do that. And then get rid of Frozen Lances. Penitent Prayer Stone, slightly annoying, but not that bad. Put this here, I think. I don't know, maybe there. Do need to get rid of a shield steward, I guess. I could get this down to a 50-50 if I play this up top. Here, let's do this. And then... fucking hell. Well, I played that really stupidly. I could have had this on this floor. I have myself to blame there. Whatever. We'll hopefully be able to do something here. Alright. Kind of regretting not having a pit upgrade at the moment, I guess. Alright. Maybe I should have just killed the unit down there, since this unit was most likely going to die down here anyhow. Could bring another unit down, I suppose. No harm in that. GG. If I had a dripful, I should have brought that other unit down. Got 10 more gold out of it. I need to remember that I have this Wickless Tycoon. Making good money though. I gotta say, I think we made the right call, at least so far, with the Wickless Tycoon over the other thing, Siren. We could maybe take the Remnant Pack. If I put it on like Rector, Flicker, or one of the Silophytes. I mean, I think we're fine. Yeah, I'll take it. I don't even know what I'm doing with it yet, but there's certainly some stuff we could do. We could unironically take Glacial Seal here. I mean, it is some extra damage which we might be needing. I don't know if it's really all that good though. We're not really incanting much. I think I like the Drain better. Drain's just useful. Dualism. If only I had not taken that health slot. It's like not horrible on Cold Kalia. But it's also maybe just not worth it. I don't mind a large stone. And then reroll. We could go armor on this, I guess. I don't think any of this really needs health. I guess we could put it there. Titanite and Endless. We could do this for Relentless, I guess. But definitely would have rather seen quicker multi here. Guess we won't really have another chance at a Merchant of Steel unless we want to hit that one. I don't think we do. I think we definitely just go this way. So since we're not hitting any steals, I'll just add this damage. And I guess I can make the unit endless. I don't really know what that accomplishes. It's probably just not worth the money, even though I'm earning a lot of money. Fuck it. I'm earning a lot of money, so we'll do it. I guess I could take a third one of these as well. I think maybe I just do the drip fall. Yeah, take the drip fall. I'll get rid of one of these shield stewards. I mean, really, I should get rid of both of them. That would make my life a lot easier. We don't have to force, you know, deployment ember efficiency necessarily. So I want this unit probably in the second slot. Still want to do that. We'll go there. There, since they have all of these drip falls, we'll just like get them all onto the floor here. I should have. Yeah, whatever. So. So they're silenced, we don't care about them that much. Why did silencing them put my damage down? What am I missing here? That thing was gonna take 50. Oh, because it was getting eaten. I guess we just silence this. I don't really need them. I could silence Kale, but there's no point. Yeah, because if this same situation happened here, it would obviously have been better that I held it, but now that I didn't hold it, I guess I still should have held it anyway, though. I guess I just I didn't really need to incant here or anything. Is Harvest Rector really fucking dying here? I guess I'll make him endless. Like, what the fuck? Should have probably not wasted my spell weakness like that. Alright, we got that at least. Certainly a janky deck. Alright, we can move him back down to the bottom. God damn it. Forgot that the drain still costed one. I thought I was guaranteed to get that grip builder off there. Yeah, let's do this. There we go. In this case, we can do this. Alright, once we stabilize, we're alright. Let's bring that down so it burns out and we get 10 extra things. Yeah, so we're getting 20 extra gold there. Nice. The Gliss Tycoon is a baller. Wax and Spike. We have a wide floor, but that's so risky. I would have to definitely get double stack and consumer move probably, but it is a lot of damage. It does also solve my eventual problem here of like, I don't really want to Hellvent another Silphite here to deal. Like I feel like generally speaking, my drip falls will be enough to deal with the sweepers, but if I have a really bad draw, it would be nice to know that my attack on the floor just deals with them, at least with my quick attacks, and currently it doesn't. But it's one single X and Spike could change that. The other cards, I don't know, I'm not feeling the Ice and Pyre as much. The one that I already have, it's okay, but it's significantly less good than my Crypt Builder because of its Crypt Builder's ability to be played on the mid floor. And, yeah, I mean, we got one Merchant of Magic we're hitting. No, we got two of them. So I got two of them. I mean, it'd be pretty hard to miss double stack and consume remove twice, but it's not impossible. If that happens, I guess there's still Spell Chain. I mean, I guess it's theoretically possible that I miss. I mean, let's put it this way. If you reroll, you get 4 choices out of the 7. My literal 3 that would not have to be offered would have to be Spell Chain, Double Stack, and Consume Remove, and that would have to be literally the 3, and it would have to happen twice in a row in order for Wax and Spike to be unusable, right? But even if I just get Consume Remove, for example, is that even that reliable? I know I'm for sure taking Double Draw upgrade, so, and I'm obviously going to remove some cards, but you know, we can say that we get the card to around the deck to around 30, and on redraw it would be even better since a lot of these are units or consumables. So, you know, I can cycle through the deck in 3 turns, almost guaranteed. So Consume Remove is good enough. Double Stack might not be good enough. I'd have to Hellvent, Wax, and Spike in that case. I think I'll take it. If it bricks, it bricks. I just don't use it, right? Alright, we already got double stack, so we'll do that. This makes it much more playable. If I can combine that with Consume Remove or whatever, then that'd be pretty good. You know what, though? I have the holdover on a Dripfall. That's probably just the call, right? I mean, that's, yeah. I'll still take the Wax and Spike, I guess, but it's not really needed anymore. Do that. For 20. We definitely want Drain to be 0 because it's too hard to play at the start. So for Flicker's Liquor purposes, we want to shore that up. Put plus 10 there. Get rid of these. Things are looking pretty good. Heaven Seal's fine. Nothing's ever going to escape us with our drip falls. Save that for the boss. I don't think we want to play this in this fight. Maybe I'm overestimating my... I mean, this fight will be similar to this fight, so this will be a good preview. We'll know what we need to work on. Right now it's looking like Crypt Builder needs to be the Hell Vent. So I don't, either that or I Hell Vent the Dripfall. I mean, I guess I can Hell Vent the Dripfall. I still need to clear out these units at some point, though, you know? And, yeah, if I can't kill them, that's going to become an issue. Down. Alright, that's good. Floor's full. Well, I should have hit... If I remembered that the floor's full, I would have hit that one, but... Yeah, I guess we can just do that. I can try to just stall for the... relentless round. Just daze him so that he doesn't hurt us. Still don't think we play that. I mean, we definitely don't play it for 0. Alright, they're dying. I don't think I'm going to min-max the gold here, unless I really want to hurt my brain. I guess I could. Nah. Alright, that takes care of that. That takes care of that. And yeah, just call it good. Definitely thinking Crypt Builder right now looks like the Hell Vent. Subsuming Blade, just way too late for this to be good. It would have been good earlier. Yeah, none of this is good. Frost Piercer. Could put that on Harvest Rector. That's good. I think we take that. Harvest Rector can do some okay damage with it. I could also just put on Cold Kalia, honestly. I mean, 32, it's like... Do I want AoE or do I want single target Frostbite? That's what it comes down to. Okay. Combustible Wax... It would make my dregs not burn out faster, which might be bad, but it would make the Wax and Spike a lot more playable. And honestly, with the Wax and Spike being more playable, the Frost Piercer becomes better on Cold Kalia. Also, Attuned Whetstone's definitely getting taken. Winged Steel could be bad. I don't know that we want that. Alright, we got the Remove Consume here. This makes this so much more easier to play. I can -2 it. Spell chain. Just spell chain the other Dripfall, I think. Make that 0. I don't think I want to Surge Stone it. I could. Don't think so. Do that. So then that thing always can get pretty good attack. I think we still want to Hellvent the crit builder though. I don't know, Wing Steel is probably positive. It's pretty unpositive with the Dominion's Eye though. I probably just don't want it. And yeah, I think we could take the Combustible Wax now that we have this, but I don't know. 8 Burnout should be fine. We play it when we play it. I don't think we really need that. I'd rather just have maybe some extra removals or something. Even the Ember Staff is not amazing here, but at least it gets Ember, so if I do draw that other card, I can just play it. So I think this is positive. Titan's Claw is probably no good. Permafrost. Permafrost the Ice Empire. I don't think so. Put a +10 there. Let's make some removals. We don't want Energy Siphon, like at all. And one other removal. Probably just one of the dregs. And then Hellvent. I think it still goes on this crit builder. I think that makes sense. That was pretty good. We're like, we gained a lot of power over this last 2 rounds there. I think we still want to maybe put this here. I don't know. Maybe we want to stagger it this time because I do want to get 1 attack off initially here. And then we can go like this. We still want to do this. Does Frostpiercer go here? I think so. I do need to dedicate one of my Dripfalls to the enemy though as well. I don't actually have to. It looks like they're surviving. But maybe I don't want them on that low health. It could still be fine. Think about this. So obviously we want you down first, and then you. Yeah, I can just Dripfall her 1 down, and that's fine because the drag is protecting her. So do that. Bring her down. And then, so that already got played. We don't, I can wait on this until he's at my floor. Just make you endless. And then hit. Yeah, it's fine. Put that in front. Bring you down. Put some of these up here. Blast you. Let's bring you down. We've got our floor now. I don't need to put any more of these. I could let that die. I think I'd rather just Dripfall the shit out of this guy. And then I can do that. Yeah, I like that. We've stabilized. down. Probably should have put that up there. Maybe it's okay that this is like coming down though. Still muted for one here, so we can just do this. Ice and Pyre is definitely not going to find much use. He does give rage now, but maybe we don't care. I can still, like, just do that and that. Yeah, might as well just keep dazing this guy. And there was the annoying thing, but whatever. Almost froze. Looks like we can get rid of that. Just because I'm such a nice guy, will give you 11 dazes. How do you like that? Alright, getting it done. This actually ended up being a little easier than the other seed, but still pretty difficult. Difficult in the sense that, I mean, it wasn't a difficult run necessarily. It just required some mixing and matching, I suppose, that I wouldn't normally think of, right? You know, usually you want to kind of go with the more easier game plan of like incant a bunch or harvest a bunch and scale a unit, but this just, what we were given, it was seemed a little more consistent to just go with the Silliphite here. And it certainly worked out. So for this one, we can definitely put you in front. Both of them there. Still do that. Okay, do that there. as I'll just keep this guy down here, right? I can put that there. We're drawing a full hand, nice. Technically could have tried to just discard the thing and that would have been fine too. Alright, we got the Zone of Silence, so for the most part we're good there. We actually want to put damage in there. This guy will get taken care of just fine. Taking a lot of hits on Rector Flicker here. I don't know that playing Crypt Builder down there is actually helping me. I should just be putting it here. 16 spell weakness. Yeah, I definitely should be putting it there. Well, whatever. Ah, you piece of shit. How many times am I going to draw specifically that stupid ass card? $150. I don't know. There's not much else for me to daze. Because you can't daze entropy. I think we actually want to hit this with that. Yeah, that kills that. I'll just do this. Alright, and then we just finish off next turn. Alright, not bad. We took relatively minimal damage. I think we only took the 3 damage from the first hit, yeah. Well, that was a fun one. I liked it. It's definitely not the run that I typically would think of doing in this combo, but it works. but that's kind of why I like Monster Train 2 a bit more. Is like I do, even though it may be a little too easy at the moment. It's just I feel like you can be somewhat creative compared to Monster Train 1 with what works. This type of deck would be hard pressed to work in Monster Train 1, but here it's, it works. I feel like Monster Train 2 just lets you make life with lemons, or whatever that saying is, a lot more often. When life hands you lemons, make a lemonade. It's another run where there's we didn't really see Multistrike. And even unlike the other one, we didn't even see it in the form of equipment, but it was fine, right? We just made it work with Silliphite. We didn't even really have any attack scaling until we found Wax and Spike, which was pretty late in the run. And even then, it's a Wax and Spike. That's not the card you think of when you think of how to scale the attack in this clan, right? But yeah, basically it was just a very reasonable run for the most part. I mean, probably the most powerful thing in this run was the Flicker's Liquor, I would say. It allowed us to play a lot of this stuff out that would have been much trickier to figure out otherwise. And, the upgrade here was pretty good on Silliphite, the spell weakness. But if you think about it, it's not any different than had I gotten a Dualism or a Multistrike, right? Multistrike would have even been better, right? So it's not some super high roll, in my opinion. I mean, sure, you get the melee weaknesses as well, but that wasn't super relevant in our deck, right? We were mainly just taking it for the spell weakness. But yeah, fun run. Let's see what Profile Name did. Okay, they got the Harvest. Makes sense. They found a BT Blade. I feel like with this deck, BT Blade could have and maybe should have gotten more slays than 20 attack, but it's hard to say. It doesn't look like they put Quick on any of their sweepers, which I definitely would have done in this deck. Quick was offered pretty immediately, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, should have done Quick. If they had Quick, their BT Blade also would have been much easier to scale. So that's the first thing I'm noticing off the bat, is that they took this Silliphite, and I'm guessing they did the same thing where they took, just based on the upgrades I'm seeing on Silliphite, the key difference here is they chose to go Titanite instead of Quick on Silliphite, which I think is a pretty big mistake. The Titanite, I had briefly considered it, but it's you already got a Harvest Rector, so you don't need a tank for Relentless or even the Waves, right? You already have that, so why not take Quick? Also remember that the Quick adds a bunch of attack as well, so you get a bunch of attack, which just helps. It moves you toward being able to deal with the Savagery Sweepers cleanly, but it also protects you in the Titan fight because you get a little bit of extra attack so that you don't just get sapped to the point where you have 0 attack, right? So I think big mistake taking the Titanite. Stoic Plate Mail. I don't know what we're taking Stoic Plate Mail for. I mean, it is 90 health, I guess, but you're basically nullifying one of your units, and all of these units have pretty good card text. Frost Piercer's fine, but I guess in this deck, yeah, I don't know. I guess they're putting on Rector Flicker. Looks like they definitely hit their fair share of Merchant Arms, but I'm surprised they didn't merge anything, right? Like a BT Blade with a Frost Piercer, for example, should have been a pretty obvious merge, even if it's not at high attack. But, imagine, because we didn't find BT Blade, right? And my run would have actually been quite a lot easier with it. I would have had a Quick and I would have been stacking it and who knows, maybe this BT blade was found super late in the run. If that's the case, then, whatever. But I also might add that hitting any of those arms late in the run didn't look like super good nodes, so I don't know that I would do that if it was found later. I'm guessing these were found at like armories in the mid game, but I don't know, I could be wrong. I don't like taking Spike of the Stygian here. It's just a horrible card. You have to pay 3 Ember to get what you already get out of Drain, which they didn't take. So there's no Drain. Oh, there is Drain. Okay, so I take it back. So I'm glad they took Drain at least. That's pretty powerful to have that. But again, as good as Drain is, I gotta say, you already have a Dripfall. I think I'd much rather hold over the Dripfall, right? I also am not a huge fan of double stacking Dripfall since it is so useful on your own units. You don't really need to daze them twice with Dripfall most of the time. I like the flexibility of being able to just use it on your own units to overstack a floor, and then you're only on a 1-turn countdown at that point. And then, the nice thing about Dripfall is, sure, it's only dazed 1, but you gotta factor in that when you're using it on an enemy, unless the floor is completely full, right? Which it did happen sometimes there, but unless the floor is completely full below it, there's additional context here because you're delaying the unit out, so you don't actually need the extra days that much. I'm not saying it's unuseful, but I just don't think it's that necessary of an upgrade on Dripfall. They do have holdover in the other one at least. But, yeah, so it dies to Savagery. They definitely should have taken Intrinsic. I don't, maybe they just didn't hit any of the Merchant of Magics, because there was, if I remember correctly, at least a few Intrinsics, but I know for sure that one of the Intrinsics that we found was at a node that had Hellvent, or Empyrean Well, sorry, and a Vortex. So that was such an obvious node to hit, in my opinion. So not getting, my guess, yeah, 0% damage. I'm guessing the Seraph just fell apart pretty quickly here because of that sweeper. I guess the Silliphite could survive the hit, technically, but I think just having some intrinsic Dripfalls would help as well. Also, no Lightstone casing, so it seems like they didn't visit the thing. At least they took the Tycoon over the Siren, though. I do like that. We got way more value out of the Tycoon than we would have got out of the Siren of the Sea. Also, no Wax and Spike, which, I don't know. It's a pretty speculative pick at the point you take it, but I feel like we said, it's like those magics are pretty obvious to hit, and your likelihood that you can't find something for that Wax and Spike is astronomically low, because like I said, you'd have to literally, let me put the math out there. To brick all 3 upgrades 2 times in a row, let's just run the math really quick. So I have 7 possible upgrades, right? 7 big upgrades, permafrost, all that stuff. And the only things the things we want, we're 3 things, and we can technically miss on all of them. Great, my internet is out right now. Well, I kind of need the internet to help me on this one. Tell you what, let's go to the phone. I just want to know what the odds are there. Fucking Comcast. Comcast internet. Doesn't work worth a shit. So I got 7 choices, 4 are chosen at random. I only have 3 desirable choices. What are the odds? Both. All right. I'll know in a second here. So 7 total choices, 4 are chosen at random, 3 of the 7 are desirable. And I want the odds that none of the 3 desirable choices are chosen. So the odds for that in one shop is 2.8%. It's a 1 out of 35. Now, if we were to extend that to 2 shops in a row, it would be 1 in 1,225, so 0.08% chance. Basically impossible, right? Basically impossible that you would not find something for the wax and spike. So that makes me feel a little bit more justified in the wax and spike, and maybe a little bit more confident in me saying that they should have took that instead of like the spike of the Stygian, for example. But yeah, I probably talked this one to death. Definitely a fun run. Definitely a tough one. There's not a whole lot of leeway on that run, I feel, for with what you can do. But, you know, the cards are there, and you just gotta put together the line. Anyway, though, as always, and also I probably wouldn't take Ember upgrade. You know, Ember and Pip definitely hurts you a bit there to do that. But yeah, sorry. And anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.